What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga. This time I'll be reacting to volume 30, the final couple chapters, City of the Demon Beasts part 1 and 2. We did have the invasion of the Demon Beasts last time out, I'm pretty sure. As usual, in general this volume hasn't been my favourite so far, but it definitely had some good moments in there, especially for the travelling party. Yeah, we had all the beasts kind of rain down upon this place. We had some nice little reactions from Casca to Roderick, who actually again has been pretty cool this whole volume so far. I won't lie to you, and he's going to help us out even more by getting us a boat. But yeah, then Guts had this very interesting little encounter with I can't remember this guy's name, Owen. With Owen, and they were talking about the band of the Hawk and how Guts used to be part of that. I really like this segment here with this old dying Pope, him being kind of lent out a white feather by Griffith, and then the kids coming to collect him. Again, I've got my thoughts on why that would be, but as I said last time, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the Behelit man in a way. Very interesting stuff, but yeah, let's get right into the final chapters today. Do let me know what you guys think about this episode down in the comment section though. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you want to keep up to date with these reactions. And into the City of the Demon Beasts part 1. So just off the name, I can imagine we're just going to be covering the takeover of this city. Don't falter. You mustn't fall back. Defend this area with your lives. This is a Kushan magic trickery. Don't be fooled by it. Ugh, here they come. Ooh. And these guys are getting absolutely slaughtered. For every hole they can find. Or make. Again, very interesting weapons. They hold them like a machine gun. Hold them like a batter and a hammer. It's interesting, isn't it? Not the most yeah, probably not the most not the best weapon. You could probably do that better, obviously with a sword. You could probably do that better with one hand, and then have your other hand absolutely free. But they would get more force this way, I guess, and it's just interesting, isn't it? I do like the different types of weapons we do get in Berserk. A lot of them, well, pretty much all of them, right? Historically quite accurate. I'm not sure about the Kushan, but I know the Kushan do have a lot that are very accurate. I meant the Daki here. I'm not sure about these Daki weapons. But I feel like if you did hit someone with this and then pull it out, they would be almost guaranteed to die with the way this weapon is kind of designed. I don't like weapons like that. I don't like swords and stuff. They're like absolutely fine, but weapons that are designed to have these horrible kind of nasty designs to make sure that they kill you on their way out and stuff like that. Yeah. Don't like that stuff. Captain, these are no tricks. Ugh. I got a double eye pierced. Went through one eye, took out the other. Reinforcements? We sure didn't get very far. I apologise with the... I imagine I go all the way from the top to the left here and then down. We sure didn't get very far. I apologise. With the city in such disorder, it is difficult to read odd. Another new species? Fine. We'll just force our way through. Oh, these guys not encountered the Daki yet. Like, yeah, no, I can't remember them having done so, to be fair. Obviously, we've seen the origin of the Daki, and I wish we didn't. That was disgusting. That was absolutely disgusting. Unforgettable. Unforgettable. One of those things, like with the movie, like with a few movies, but like disturbing movies, like I'm forgetting what the name of it is now. Yeah, like it's like plenty of disturbing movies I've seen. I love horror movies. I love rewatching fun horror movies and such, but there are some, and the one I'm talking about is not even a horror movie. It's about drugs. Yeah, there's just a few that you think are masterpieces, but you'll never watch again. That's why sometimes I don't understand how people rate movies on how likely they are to rewatch them again and such. I understand that to an extent. Like I said, I rewatch a lot of my favorite movies, but as I just said, sometimes there's some masterpieces you can't actually stomach seeing twice. Yeah, just taking down some Daki. Who is that man? He killed those monsters in one strike. You guys could take this chance to attack the Daki while their backs are turned. You don't have to just watch. Guts, be careful. If you aren't the armor's power will. This is nothing compared to when I was fighting Serpico. Eh? Yeah, it did creep up a little bit, a tiny bit when we were taking on Serpico, didn't it? It didn't seem like an issue though. Yeah, I think we'll jump in too. With caution. There he is. I think we've seen more Yoda Puck than actual Puck in the last few volumes, haven't we? Hey, you sure about this? That gut swordsman is one thing, but those two, and one's a kid. Oh, don't worry, Roderick. I like the sentiment, but we're used to it. I think it will be alright. This happens all the time. Blown away. Here it comes. Master and student attack. Charge. Go on, Park. What? Park Stark. Spark, sorry. Park Spark. There's that blinding move, little flashbang. Ugh. And then here comes the Cedra, who still yet to this day, we still haven't seen much at all of the little fire blade he's got here. There's definitely like not an awakening moment or something, but some kind of like there's gonna be a big moment coming up with that, surely. It still hasn't been like the star of the show, whereas Serpico's you can very much every time he uses it, it's like very at one with him and such. And he's just come accustomed to it really quickly, whereas with Cedra it doesn't seem that way just yet. Follow me, Padawan. No, you do not want to be a Padawan. You do not want to be a Padawan. Again, I've only ever watched any of the Star Wars movies once. I've seen them all once through. But yeah, you don't want to be a Padawan. So yeah, I'm not the biggest kind of Star Wars fan or anything. I enjoy them, but again, I'll probably never rewatch them. Not my kind of thing. I don't have that nostalgia for them. Again, I've mentioned this plenty of times. In fact, I had the opposite. As a kid, I hated the Star Wars movies. I couldn't I think the fourth one, episode 4, should I say? I think it's episode 4. Might be episode 1. Oh yeah, it's episode 1. Yeah, I think episode 4 is the first one. Like I said, I'm really not too clued up. I think my favourite, which might piss a few people off, is Rogue One. That was probably my favourite of the Star Wars movies, honestly. Oh, no wonder. Yeah, no wonder. Star Wars episode 4. No, so it's episode 1. So episode 1, The Phantom Menace, was on TV. I think I've mentioned I had a bag when I was a kid of Darth Maul, and we used to keep it in a closet, and I always used to be scared of going in the closet because you'd see Darth Maul's face on the bag. So I never used that bag in my life. That always stayed in that closet, and I hardly ever went in that closet. But this used to be on TV all the time when I was a kid, The Phantom Menace, and I always thought it was boring, didn't like it. But after watching it the whole way through, I thought it was actually okay, especially compared to episode 2, which was quite boring until certain parts. There were certain great action moments, especially with Christopher Lee, and towards the end. But yeah, that was maybe my least favourite of the kind of six episodes, I think, until we got to the latest trilogy, which the first was good, but I didn't really like the other two that much. But as I said, I've only ever watched each of them once, and Rogue One is my favourite, so I know that might be blasphemy. I know that might be some blasphemy. Follow me, Padawan. But yeah, obviously, pretty sure all the Padawans die. Well, whatever. He flew. He cut them down without touching. The enemy burst into flames. Do something. Just watching. Do something, you useless bastards. Have we ever seen anyone apart from the main characters kill a demon? Have we ever seen that? I don't think we have. And when I say main characters, I mean like the main cast of that kind of specific arc. So for example, this one being like Isidro, Casca, Farnese and such. Previous ones being the Band of the Hawk, Jill. Have you ever seen anyone else kill a demon? Like I said, I don't think we have. And it's not like it's impossible. What the? Dummy. It's magic, of course. Magic? Use my snakes. Let's go, Farnese. Let's go. I think that's definitely been my favourite part of this volume. Farnese. Which I wouldn't have expected to say 10 odd volumes ago. Is it 10 volumes? I'm not sure. How long ago was it we met Farnese? I'm not going to look it up, to be fair. It's going to take a while if I look it up, but a long time ago now, isn't it? Bloody hell. Gone through quite the change as well. That's right. Suffer. Oh, Valera. I love it, Valera. Again, she's got that attitude. I probably wouldn't like her in real life. She's got that attitude. But I love that. Maybe I would like her in real life. I guess I do kind of like people like that in real life as well, but not when they're like that to me. I don't think anyone does. But yeah, Valera is cool, isn't she? That's right. Suffer. Suffer, bastards. I love it. It's like, don't die. Don't piss off, just suffer. Yes. Magic. That proud little look. little pinky out and everything. Farnese? Just what are you people? Shirka, Ivalera, and servants. We're all servants. Now there's the reaction to Roderick again. Maybe Roderick reminds Casca. I know she's a little bit mad because she doesn't want Farnese to be taken away by the charming man that is Roderick. I know that's probably the main and only reason, but maybe it's because, I mean, he doesn't look like Guts or anything, but maybe he has that kind of similar aura, perhaps. Bit of a Chad. Guts. Okay, we've spotted a way out. Oh no, we've spotted the fucking. Oh, nice. Ah, so she sent Guts where he was. We nearly finished them all off though. Took long enough, witch. Let's get going. I guess they're just kind of stood there now. These Daki. Let us be going then. If we delay, we may be attacked by enemies again. We did the attacking though. Your sister and her crew are incredible. A witch in the family? Yep. A witch in the family. I know sometimes in these times, just one witch in your family could get your whole family killed. So yeah, I understand his worry there. Not sure if that would be the case for such a noble family like them, but maybe. Forget being afraid of fighting these monsters. They seem used to it. Who are they? Guys haven't moved an inch. Horrible. This really is like a battlefield. Just like that girl Sonia showed me. If we get past those storehouses, we'll be at the harbour. Let's hurry before the fire gets worse. Oh no. We're bleeding. Wait! Another one of these? Another one? Again, the variation and demons we're fighting in this volume really haven't been the best in my opinion. Don't get me wrong, I love the design of this, but we're reusing this guy? Really? And I guess it makes sense they have more than one. They are just kind of demonified elephants. Yeah, as I said, not the most variation. And when we do get, like, this is definitely the biggest deviation from an elephant in comparison to the crocs and tigers that we've seen. But yeah, not the best enemies we've had in this volume at all, in my opinion. I do like the look of this thing though. And it reminds me of Raremon from Digimon. As its big old nose comes through. Do you know what? I watched a video of a elephant. I think it might have been yesterday actually, drinking water, and it just sucked up a crap load of water through its nose, and then put its nose in its mouth and drank it that way. Quite cool. Absolutely slurped it up quick time. Holy hell! Another one! What is that? And they're gone. And they're gone. There was more than one then? Oh, looks like we've got some Daki and some lions coming up as well. Got some Daki on some lions, should I say. And now we're just combining two. As I said, the enemy variation in this volume hasn't been my favourite. And again, it doesn't need to be. Ah, here they come, two. Oh no. We have a bit of a problem. It's Toothfest. You take the small ones. I'll kill the big one. But Guts, it's no problem. But if it comes down to it, do your thing. If you need to, Guts. If you need to, we needed to last time, didn't we? I'm pretty sure. I understand. Is he telling her to kill him if it gets out of hand? Incapacitate him. I initially thought it was her saying this to do his thing and use the armour, but I guess it's actually him saying to her, incapacitate me if you need to. I think these more kind of wobbly thoughts are Farnese's, of course, whereas Guts's are, I like that little detail, Guts's are a bit more kind of stable and controlled in this situation. It's a nice little detail, that. And then she understands. Well, let's get started. And that was the end of this one. Again, like I said, it's not quite as uninteresting as the kind of army battles that we saw earlier on in the series, which were my least favourite parts of this series. I think just seeing kind of army fights, but definitely not as good as the heights and peaks of the last couple volumes, in my opinion. This volume in general, and these kind of enemies and what's going on. I mean, don't get me wrong, what's going on is very interesting, but it's like, it's what's going on that we can't see. It's more interesting, with like Ganishka and Griffith and such. The stuff that we hadn't actually seen too much out of, especially with Griffith. But yeah, let's read some comments quickly before we move on. Yeah, true. We saw Puck actually not in that simple form for the first time in a while today. I don't mind it though. Looks like some people don't like. I mean, what does this mean? It's disappointing what happened to his character. What happened to Puck's character? He got more comedic. I can understand why some people might have a problem with that, but I've mentioned plenty of times, kind of need that in a series like this. I think maybe now it maybe stands out a bit more because the series isn't as dark at the minute as it has been. It's been more hopeful and more warm than ever right now. Well, maybe not more than ever, you could argue, with the Golden Age stuff, but I feel a bit more warm and nice, which you wouldn't describe Berserk as warm and nice than ever at this current moment. So maybe it stands out more. You'd think it would stand out less because of that, but maybe that kind of dulls Puck's shine in a way because there's a lot of shine. Talking like bloody watching The Shining or Doctor Sleep, which I rewatched the other day, and it's still absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I mean, he hasn't really changed as a character. Like I said, the situation's just changed, and he's been drawn in different ways, but that doesn't really mean anything. If anything, the simplicity is kind of the genius of it. I think you guys know I love my simplicity, as with horror movies and such. Simplicity is the best. I say that, but then I say I love practical effects and such, which are anything but simple, but kind of real, tangible, kind of simple things done well usually are the best for me. A lot of people pointing this out, the fact that Puck was seen in his actual look again. Do you know what, I've been wondering that as well. What the fuck does this mean? And it means everything in life. I don't even want to find out. it would just end up being disappointing. And yeah, this guy, exactly my sentiment. Are these soldiers and these people nothing but fodder? Yes, in almost all cases, yes. It would be nice to see just a random bullshit character that we're never going to see again in one shot. Just do something, but they've never done anything. These background soldiers. Because again, it's not like these demons are undefeatable for humans. We're seeing it happen with humans. I mean, they're not exactly normal people, but we've seen it happen with Guts. He was a normal person. Griffith was a normal person. The Band of the Hawk were normal. But for some reason, other actual humans, even though you could say their chances are less than 0.001%, but even in that case, someone would beat one. I don't know. Not really a massive issue, but stands out. Oh, here's some bullshit reply. What do you expect? Not only are they not equipped to fight monsters, but they've never been trained to deal with them in the first place. No one else was. Guts wasn't training to beat demons. Griffith wasn't training to beat demons. No, that is not a good response right there. They're not trained to deal with demons. Even like it's an enhanced tiger. I get that would be super hard to take down. These Daki, they don't seem all too great. These Daki, honestly, they've got long weapons and they're stronger than usual, like a normal person. But 30 people versus one Daki, for example, if that happened here, the Daki would win. But realistically, surely those people, even if they suffer 20 deaths, they'd be able to take it down again. Maybe that's just my thoughts, but yeah. Almost like I get a lot of the time. Obviously, we're in a supernatural show, so unrealistic is not really a word you should use, but it's unrealistic that they'd never see anyone else take down a demon ever. Berserker Guts over the Black Swordsman, over the 100-man killer Guts, over Slightly White Swordsman. Where would you guys rank the nicknames for Guts? I don't want to go. I would go on the Berserk wiki right now and look up all his nicknames, but there might be spoilers in there. Funny enough, that happened to me a little bit with Gintama. I looked up Zura, and he's got like 30 or 40 nicknames. And I wouldn't say it spoiled me, but it gave away some of those nicknames for later on in the show. But Struggler is one I like. I like Struggler, but that one's pretty generic. That could be applied to a lot of humans. I like the Slightly White Swordsman. I think that one's very funny, but it's definitely not the coolest. 100-man killer is obviously pretty awesome, isn't it, as well? You know what? I think the Slightly White Swordsman might be my favourite. Black Swordsman, probably second. Berserker Guts I don't really care too much about. I've never actually seen him called that. Then probably 100-man killer, Struggler, and then Berserker Guts, I guess. Yeah, people are bringing up their favorite manga here. 20th Century Boys is definitely something I'm interested in. I'm currently obviously watching Pluto on the channel. Might be close to finishing by the time I release this video. I think I probably have 2 or 1 episode left, but loving that at the minute. Love Monster, and this is by the same creator, so I've heard a lot of good things about it. So hopefully I get an anime adaptation at some point. And yeah, that's the end of those comments. So we'll go on to the final chapter today, and the final one of this volume, The City of the Demon Beasts Part 2. I think what I'll do is I usually kind of spoil myself a little bit for the next volume, but I don't think I'll do that this time. I think I'll leave to react to that in the next reaction. And it looks like they should just be holding machine guns, man. That'd probably be more. Well, it probably wouldn't be more intimidating. Oh, this one's actually got like a Darth Maul, a Darth Maul of these weapons actually. What was I saying? Yeah, it looks like it should be a machine gun. It wouldn't be as intimidating, but it would be more dangerous. Again, I hate guns in media. Guns in media are my worst action weapons and such ever. Because all you see is someone doing this in like maybe a cool stance or something, and then the end result is like, no, I don't. Especially in horror and such, I feel like a gun is one of the worst weapons. That's why I found it quite interesting. I was looking up Dawn of the Dead because I rewatched that the other night as well, the original. I think I still prefer the remake. I was watching the original and I found out that Edgar Wright, he one of his inspirations, this wasn't the sole reason or anything, to make Shaun of the Dead, which is a classic, to make Shaun of the Dead was that it set it in England and Britain so that you would have kind of there was guns in that, but so it kind of took away those kind of guns and kind of see a gunless version of Dawn of the Dead, because on rewatch there was a lot, almost all of the kills of the zombies in Dawn of the Dead was with guns, apart from the people that got torn apart by zombies and such. But yeah, classic zombie movies right there. Yeah, we haven't had a classic zombie movie since Shaun of the Dead, I don't think. It Follows is something similar. It's obviously not the zombies, but it's almost a little bit like zombies, like that kind of slow presence, that kind of... It's almost more scary in some ways. And I think I mentioned this a couple months ago, which is quite a while ago now, as far as I remember. They're making a sequel to It Follows, so really excited for that. One of my favourite movies of the last 10-20 years. Horror-wise, anyway. Chucking little tornadoes. Chucking little tornadoes at them. Let's go, Isidro. Taking down a few of these guys. Again, this just certainly shows that these Daki really aren't anything too special, are they? Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Isidro's shit. But this shows it, certainly. There's every time, usually we see Isidro in an action sequence or something, he's usually kind of like on the edge. It's like, he's so close to getting killed and such. He's never comfortably taken down kind of demon opponents or anything. But now he is with these Daki. I think that both shows how far he's come a little bit, but also, again, the kind of that these Daki aren't all that. There's a large number of them, and just like I was talking about the zombies, it's more the kind of there's numbers that are the scariest part rather than the actual strength of them. Behind you! Fiance dude. Name's Roderick. It'd be safer to keep quiet and keep back. Now, would I count Roderick in what I was saying earlier about these side characters, not even side characters, but background characters killing demons? No, I don't think I would. because he's not a background character right now, is he? But I guess, where do you call that distinction? Because he kind of was. I don't know. Was he though? I don't think he was ever intended to be, so no, I guess not. But maybe you could count this in that. So maybe I just got proven wrong, but I don't think so. This guy's got a lot of he's going to help move the story along, if you know what I'm saying. This guy has actually got a presence and a meaning for being here. It'd be safer to keep quiet and keep back. So say you. But we can't have that. That is such a so say you. That is such a kind of noblish thing to say, I think. I mean, it's just it's everyday language, but so say you. Just you wouldn't hear a normal person speak like that at all. It looks bad when a princess protects a knight. Got to do it with style if you're a man. I agree. Go get him, Norms. The normies. The Grandmaster Puck at the back there, operating his soldiers. The final boss. I have to see Farnese doing a good job. My little thorny snakes. Oh damn. See, this is what I thought they looked like. We saw them earlier, I think, right? With just one side. Yeah, we did. Lots of them only had one side in like this shot. Oh, this one had two. And this one was a double as well, actually. Maybe I mistook that. These kind of doubles with, again, the kind of Darth Maul kind of double-sided. Maybe I mistook them for just one. Yeah, my bad about that. Still, though, like, what use is that doing? What use is that right here? What use would it be in many situations? I mean, you could attack someone in front of you, then hit back, I guess. What if someone comes at your side? If you swing it around, it's not dangerous whatsoever, really, is it? Unless you're right at the point of the end of it. Well, where's a safe place? Why is this happening to me? Yeah, this is what happens to schemers. There's very luckily Shurka just hits him behind me. Right, hiding behind a little girl. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Now these are the nobles we know. Hiding behind a little girl. Right. We've never had this kind of character, haven't we? I think we've had a few kind of well, we haven't really had too many crybabies, but we've had a few wimps and such. Well, maybe we haven't had too many, actually. I think it's a hard time to be a wimp in this era, isn't it? A very hard time to be a wimp. Still done nothing here. Staring at each other. It does look like one ugly. This is definitely one of the most ugliest looks that we've got of this thing, isn't it? Straight on like this. Jesus. Jesus. Sonata. Snot cannon. Dirty play here. Chuck a bomb into its eye. Ooh. Maybe we don't need the armor. Is that its nose we cut off there? Yeah. No more snot cannons. Thought so. This thing's outrageously tough and dense. Even if I got close and called up on this. Stay down. Stay down, Mutts. I love that he's talking to it like a dog. A pet dog. Stay down. Guts. At time, Yep. That was the time when he almost attacked the party, wasn't it? Guts. Dodge it. Guts. No way. Should you all be turning around here? Dangerous thing to do. Yeah, we did cut it off, but not too much of it. That man was crushed? No. Dude, teleported. He teleported on top of the building. Jason Voorhees style. Guts! When did he... Oh. In order to climb the stairs, he intentionally let himself be attacked and pushed inside the building. So he climbed the stairs real quick and then made it up to the top after breaking through the building. The building that probably should fall down. Okay. Again, this is some Jason Voorhees type stuff right here. Is that fire? What is that? What is this on him? Oh, mate, to be fair, maybe the building shouldn't be falling down. It did look like a massive blow. But perhaps it isn't that bad. This is how it looks when you're trying to kill Dracula. Stake in the chest. Those eyes. Love that look. They're making a new Nosferatu movie, aren't they? I'm looking forward to that. That's got some quite big actors in there. I think this actually got Nicholas Hoult, who was the servant for Dracula in Renfield. He played Renfield. Now I remember. Yeah, he played Renfield in that movie, being a servant to Dracula. And I think he's playing like a very similar role. I don't think he's going to be the main character in this movie, but he seems quite good at that kind of role, I guess. 2 movies in the space of a year, being Dracula's assistant. I've always liked him as an actor, to be fair. First saw him in Skins, which I used to love. I used to love Skins. Not sure if any of you guys would have watched that. It's quite a quite an English show. It was a massive show, especially for I was a teenager at the time. I watched it, especially for kind of teenage kind of kids and stuff. Represented our childhood pretty well, I think. Big Bang Blow. Guts right here. Again, I don't find all this too interesting. We've seen him take down this enemy before in the armour, to be fair. There's a bit of a different circumstance here, but I'm not as quite engrossed as I usually am. It's fair to say. Sorry if it seems like I'm being like overly negative during these chapters or this volume, but again, it's just my thoughts. I just haven't found it nearly as good as the last 10 or so volumes. Hey, he's in trouble. The thing is, as well, if he was going to put the armor on, he should have put it on earlier. If he put it on now, it's just more likely that he'll maybe attack the traveling party. I'm not sure if it works like that, but that's what I'd assume. Wiggling around in that horrible wound. Oh. Is this where we use the cannon? Yes. Oh yeah, we do see it here. Slip back just a little bit. You just love to have a cannon in your arm. If I was an amputee, are any of you guys amputees? If I was an amputee, I mean, it's very unlikely. Maybe in America, seems like the type of place you could probably get something like this. I'd probably want to have like a little cannon or little gun or little hidden gun in my arm or something. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah, we blow right through the top of it. So yeah, it looks like maybe no and of course giant eyeball. Have that for dinner. Yeah, it looks like we didn't actually need the help of the assistance of the armor this time, which is pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. And thank you, Guts. I was going to say a minute ago, another issue, again apologies, but why is everyone just watching? Why are the Daki watching? Why are the tigers? Why are the tigers that are looking so ferocious here just watching? Why is everyone just watching? You guys have your own fight right in front of you. Like, if this actually happened, half these guys would be dead right now. But Guts is coming to save them. Another big old eyeball. Damn. That's a nice shot of Guts there. Is he a monster? Some would say. Some might say. Oh, you know what? I need to add that song to my playlist. I haven't heard that song in a while. That is, where did I first hear that? I think it was like a Guitar Hero game. Realised I didn't have that on my playlist. Some might say, yeah, I think it was Guitar Hero 4. Reckless as ever, I see. Although flying is my forte. We ain't got time for this. The ship's gonna burn. Again, love this. Love this image of Guts right here. I like this new little white hair edition, to be honest with you. It does look really cool. And that is it. We gotta wrap this up quick. As I said, not my favourite volume in totality. Probably one of my least favourite volumes, to be honest with you. Again, there was some good stuff in here, especially with Farnese. Mainly with Farnese is maybe more accurate. Other than that, again, not too much kind of great stuff here. There was this interesting part with the old man here that I did like. And Guts being questioned about the man and the hawk, which I did like as well. But the actual invasion of the beasts and yeah, away from Farnese, there wasn't actually too much kind of I took away from this, except for some nowhere near, like some pretty low / middle of the pack kind of action sequences comparatively to the rest of the series. And yeah, Farnese and the old man. Other than that, there wasn't too much great here. I mean, we did finish off the fight with Serpico and Guts, I guess, but we all knew no one was dying there or anything. And we all knew Guts was winning. So, as I said, probably one of my least favourite volumes in the last few. I'd love it if I could get like a page up with all the volumes. Again, I'm not going to look up the next one. I'll save myself the spoilers for when I actually read that. So yeah, actually, but probably best not look up that because I'll probably get spoiled. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Do let me know what you guys thought of this volume, this volume down in the comment section. Like I said, probably not my favourite ever, but I like the Farnese stuff. We'll read some comments quickly just before we move on. Doesn't seem like that opinion is shared from the comment section. What is Q? Oh, I'm guessing QB mode is other people's names for like the fox wolf spirit. QB? Isn't a QB like a nine-tailed fox? Not too much of the comment sections either. No, nothing interesting in the comments. A few people praising this chapter here. It was a decent chapter. Some nice gore and some decent fight stuff in here. But like I said, we've seen this before. It's really not that interesting because we've seen him do this before. Again, it adds a bit more because he wasn't in the Berserker armor this time. It's pretty impressive he actually beat it this time without using the armor. But even so, there was a few moments that stuck out. Like, why the hell was everyone just watching him? I mean, I know that's happened before, but yeah, just sticks out a bit more today, I guess. But yeah, like I said, do let me know what you guys think about this volume and these chapters down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date. Looking forward to the next volume, so I'll see you guys then, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.